Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Oakland Athletics. First, just a quick thank you to everybody who watches the channel. You all are the best. I don't really have anything else to add to that. I especially appreciate your comments. They help me figure out what I'm doing well, what I'm doing not so well, and how I can get better. So, thank you very much to that. I was on OOTP Reddit the other day, and somebody said, "How do you make the Oakland A's win?" And I'm not the kind of guy that does self-promotion, but I was totally tempted to be like, "Here's a playlist, have fun." Although certainly, let me walk that back slightly. I'm not saying this is the best possible version of the Oakland A's. It absolutely is not. I've definitely made my share of mistakes. But I also think I've done some things better than other people, which is what makes this game amazing. We could get 25 people to each pick the Oakland A's, and they would come up with 25 very different teams after a couple of seasons. Maybe more like 4 or 5 seasons. But that's why I love this game. Is every team is unique. Every team feels different to play because of ballpark, because of opponents, because of 1,000 other things. So I guess it's also thank you to Out of the Park Developments. Let us now talk about the actual game that we're playing. So in our last episode, we finished up the off-season, and we've made a few additions. But not so much to the lineup. The lineup is more or less what it was last season. We did move Oviedo out to the outfield, though. Hopefully he can be even better there. And we're playing Jonathan Nelson at first base full-time. Jonathan Nelson, you may recall, we acquired last season. He got to play, 2 seasons ago, he got to play a little bit in the majors, but we'll see what he can do with a full season. Andres Mina's back as a DH, which I think is his natural position because he's not a very good defender. And then finally, Dicewell Minor is being handed the center field job at the beginning of the season. Minor's going to be an interesting guy because his offensive output is going to vary dramatically. Now, he's hit relatively well in the minors, but I don't like the idea of him hitting 240. Unless it's like, say, his 2031, where he was also drawing lots of walks and crushing lots of baseballs. But we're going to see, though. We're going to see what he can manage in a full season. Our pitching staff, our big upgrade here was Chase Petty. There are definitely some concerns here, specifically his fragility. But we've protected ourselves in the form of 2 team options. So if Mr. Petty here can't handle it, then, well, he can't handle it. Our bullpen has shifted around a fair bit. Jim Chrisman was not on the team last year. We acquired him in a trade in the offseason. He's now our closer. I frankly thought he would show up as a starting pitcher. He definitely has the stamina for it. So one potential idea is to make him more of a stopper. But I need to see what he can actually do before I make that determination. Perez has been here. Howell has been here. Norris is new. We acquired him last offseason, but he never played in the majors for us. I was kind of hoping he'll turn into a starter, but we'll figure it out. Zumbrum, I think, is new. Yeah, we got him in the Rule 5. And then Marin has been here for a while. No, he hasn't. We just acquired him, too. Moya has definitely been here for a while. Moya feels so disappointing to me because I hoped he would be a great starter. He just isn't getting the opportunity to start. If I really quickly change his abilities to starting pitcher, I wonder what he looks like. He still looks very good. And here's the thing. I'm never going to know if he can start until he starts. But on the... this is a waste of his abilities. It is an absolute waste to take a pitcher as good as Juan Moya and say, nope, you're a lefty specialist. That seems ridiculous to me. Um, I'm gonna force Moya as a starting pitcher. I can't see this keep happening. We're slowing his development. We're crippling him as a pitcher by not letting him start. So you're gonna be a starter for the rest of the season, come hell or high water. And then who are you going to bench? So then Paul Skeens turns into a reliever. I don't hate this. I genuinely think it might be the best possible career move for him because he has struggled the last couple of seasons. I think it's weird that they think Zach Kent is a better starter. What if I forced Kent to be a reliever? No, Kent was one of our best starters last year, and he was pretty good for us this season 4. I think we had to let Kent keep starting, at least for the moment. And then see how the rest of this shakes out. Because, yeah, I'm not going to take a picture with Moya's talent level and bury him in the bullpen anymore. It's not a good use of his talents, and he'll never develop into the pitcher he could be. So, yeah, that's a decision I'm making right now. Deal with it. What else did I want? Oh, the big discussion. Yes, I promised this, so I will make good on my promise. A few people had asked me the question, why don't you go with 13 pitchers? So let's work this problem out from the very basics. So to begin with, you are allotted 26 roster spots to build your team in this particular version of the Major League setting. Okay. You must have 9 offensive starters. That is not optional. You must have 9. Adding a catcher gets us to 10. So if we go for 12 position, or sorry, if we go for 13 position players, that would give us 2 infielders and 2 outfielders. Sorry, probably 1 infielder, 2 outfielders, or some combination of that. Okay, that does seem somewhat reasonable. But let's look at it from the opposite side, for the starting pitching side. We have starting pitchers. No, I don't know why I just said that. We need 5 pitchers. Now, I know that teams like the Angels have gone to a 6-man rotation for Ohtani's benefit. Whatever. We will cross the bridge. Oh, we're going to get Mike Swanson back. We could have a really good rotation this year. Anyways, I keep getting distracted. So we need 5 pitchers. We need 5 starters at a minimum. And we need enough relievers that when we take a starter out of the game, that the reliever is ready to go. One of the things OOTP doesn't do as well with is knowing who to use as your multi-inning guy. And I think when you have a quality stopper, not 12 innings makes a ton of sense. 12 innings is actually maybe even the ideal number. But that isn't the case when you have 13. I think reducing your flexibility in your offense is less useful than having another pitcher who probably won't throw that many innings. However, there's a couple other things to consider in this scenario. And one of them I think is not unique to the Oakland A's, but is very on brand for the Oakland A's. We have a ton of decent players, but we don't have many stars. And so that means, to approximate a star's value, we have to be a little bit more flexible about who we play and when we play them. And that is obviously a concern. It's something we have to keep in mind as we're playing the game. Is I don't have the kinds of players that can take over, necessarily. And so I have to have a better collection of players to try to accomplish something of that level. I'm not saying that it's always best to have fewer pitchers. That is not at all what I'm trying to say. But I don't know which position player I would send down to make room for another pitcher, unless it's one of my outfielders. I mean, I guess Biaskowa isn't actually starting. And so maybe sending him to the minors where he can start every day is more beneficial for his development. That's an argument I could see. Send down Biaskowa, call up Lambert. Or give Baden Fairbank a shot in the major leagues. One of those two things might be reasonable. Oh, maybe I will do that. 6 outfielders does seem excessive. So I think I will go ahead and call up Lambert. And then we'll do this. There we go. So, our next big decision is going to come in just a couple of weeks, which is what happens when Swanson comes back. And that's a real good question. And I'm just going to let that decision make itself, because there's a chance he could have a setback, and then we can just wait and see what happens. So, player development. Oh, Skeens' control actually got better. Petty's getting worse. Damn it. Guys, can we not? Can we not? DeRossi's an interesting player. I think he's fine, but I don't see him ever making the big leagues just because of his offensive skill set. He doesn't do anything particularly well, and that's kind of already the Oakland A's theme song, is doing nothing particularly well. We got some DFAs. All of you get to enjoy minors. Have fun. I would say if you're managing your games yourself, it is indisputably better to use more pitchers, because you'll have control about what they do and how they do it. I feel like Jonathan Norris kind of has me in a really uncomfortable position. I'm going to trade him because of this. I strongly suspect he'll never be a great reliever. So I'm a trade Norris. Good old Ratface can be replaced by a prospect of some variety. Get some nice young player, perhaps. Maybe even one or two. Alright, let's pick Chandler Walden. What a waspy name right there. Meh. He's fine. Not particularly exciting, but he's fine. Less fine. Meh. Juan Mesa. I like the middle infield flexibility here. He's pretty fast. And he's not far from perhaps making his offense a bit more reliable. I think he'd make a fine utility guy. And I think that's an appropriate expectation. So I think I will go ahead and grab Mesa for now. I'll see if I can maybe get another prospect, but let's be honest, I'm not going to. Why in the hell? I will actually trade up for Greg Wiltz. I'm gonna just make the offer. You want something fairly decent, it looks like. Loris is really disappointing to me. He hasn't made any noticeable prospect at all since you've drafted him. I mean, he is slowly making some level of progress, but so far it's actually been pretty disappointing. But I still don't think it's time to give up on him yet. What if I just asked for Wiltz? And what I can do is I can go ahead and let Swanson rehab a bit in the minors. Because I guess right now I don't desperately need him, so I'd want to wait till I can clear up a roster spot for him. And plus, there's a chance another pitcher might get hurt. Okay, this is actually a more palatable offer for me. Oh, you just changed your mind. Done. This is a straight-up upgrade, my guys. Wiltz is just a better pitcher than Norris is, so I'm going to happily grab him and promote him. Once I can find him. Like, he's just going right to the big leagues. I'm not even going to hesitate there. I know his control isn't great either, but it's better than his was, and he's also just a really good pitcher. And he's 24, so it's not like he's not ready for the big leagues. So we'll promote him and let him get some pitching in. So it doesn't solve the actual issue, but it's good enough for right now. Oh wow. So Pete Howell just took a massive step forward. I did not expect this at all, but I'm happy. I'm really happy, actually. I love it. Marin is getting worse. Job is getting better. Nina's slightly better. Swanson is getting a lot better. Loris is getting worse. I think we need to trade Loris now while we still can. He is not going to work. No, actually, he is getting... Yeah, he's getting worse. No, he's not. He's getting better. I swear to God, I thought it said dropped. But it didn't. It actually got a little bit better. Ignacio Hurtado has improved his ability to throw. That's pretty nice. I like that. Chrisman was American League Pitcher of the Month. So Swanson is way too good not to get an opportunity to come back. The question is, which pitcher would we send down to make room for him? I think we trade Victor Moran. I've got to stop falling in love with pitchers like this with their, I don't have any control, but I could maybe start. Then again, it's like 40 is that bad. I could return Zumbrum, but I really like him, and I think he's got so much potential that I want to keep him. I think we send down Lambert. And then we activate Swanson. No, he is... Just let him start. Stop this fucking follower bullshit. Do not use him as a follower. Just let him start. Like, quit trying to get cute. Just let the man go out there and fucking pitch. So Zach Kent is the one who gets kicked out of the rotation. And so far it looks like that seems warranted by his actual performance this year. Let's go ahead and play the next month. Minor, you dumb fucker. Okay, so Melendez is an issue I've been kind of hoping to ignore. But I guess I can't anymore. I have one team captain, which is Melendez. If we lose Melendez, I don't have a captain, and that could affect team chemistry. I mean, Job is gone at the end of his contract. Thank you for your service, Mr. Job, but I will happily give you a qualifying offer and hope that I get a draft pick out of you. But, yeah. So, who is our new catcher? Is it Alvarado? Probably not. We could probably do some better defensive catchers. Oh god, we really need better catchers. This is a position I've apparently been neglecting for some time. Like, you're all terrible defensively. And the ones that aren't are nowhere near the majors, rather. Man, Ibarra could be something special, but I think they fucked him over by making him pitch in Double-A that first season. Like, I think he's damaged goods at this point. I do need a catcher, but I'd rather trade somebody a bit more advanced in the hopes of getting somebody a bit more advanced. So, where does one find a quality catcher? I'm going to trade Kevin Lane. Lane is at a position that's already fairly set, and he doesn't offer a ton of value, like, positionally either. So we're going to trade Kevin Lane, try to get ourselves a catcher. Linares is really good defensively. Linares might be the guy. Odo's even worse offensively. That's not great. Alright, let's trade for Linares, and then my goal is going to be to... Do we just trade Melendez now to try to get something else that's interesting? Like, how big a market is there for MJ Melendez, though? It's not a very big one. I mean, I could just flat out upgrade a catcher. Like right now. But not for 30 million. That's ridiculous. I'll tell you what, Matt, you eat a lot of his salary, and I will do it. No, I'm giving you something fairly good. It's not worth it. I'm not going to bother. We'll just let him walk at the end of the year. But if he's really bad, then I'll just get rid of him. I'll take him out back and shoot him. No. No, I'll just dump him. I'll just fucking cut him. His salary's not that great. Alright, player development. Despite being a red-ass jerk, Miner is getting better, which is great. Swanson got worse. Stamina's dropped a bit. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay. Mike Howman is another guy that's worth considering trading. I'm gonna actually get a decent return for Howman. Like, there's not a ton of value to keeping him around. Like, we already know what he is at this point, and what he is isn't good enough. So I quickly offer you for prospects and see what we might be able to acquire. I do like Conte's makeup. I think he'll be a fine player. Juan Ayala seems pretty decent. I wonder if I could get Contat and Lee. No, Contat and Ayala would be my preference. Can I get both of them? Where are you, Mr. Ayala? Here we go. Yeah, brilliant. I love it. I'll trade one marginal outfielder for two. That's a net win. I don't keep an eye on him, though, because I want to see if he is given, like, a regular slot, if he'll actually play well. And I definitely want to target catcher in the draft if we can get a decent one. So, okay, let's look at how this season is going. This is bad. You are not hitting at all. Green is good. Romero is excellent. Everyone else is average or worse. I see as a team we decided that offense is optional this year. I don't know what to do about this other than just to hope you break out of the slump. The pitching isn't really good. The pitching isn't the issue, it's the offense. Like, I guess the question just comes down to, like, what can we do to make a meaningful change? Like, I know that our park does suppress offense to a certain degree. I get that. And I know that we really suppress power by left-handed batters. Again, I get that too. That doesn't explain to me how that means that Yi-K Lim just doesn't hit at all. Like, there are other ways to hit baseballs than out of the park. You're a ground ball hitter. That's not a great profile, to be honest, because you're basically relying on other teams not being able to catch up to your shit, but... It's just such a weird season, because if just one or two players are underperforming, I would just let it go, but, like, the entire team is underperforming. Other than Green and Romero, who I'm very pleased with. Jonathan Nelson is mediocre at best. So as a team, we're not hitting. And while I know that my park isn't great for offense, that still doesn't make sense to me. How is Peyton Green managed to threat hitting in Oakland when no one else has? That I don't understand. But I'm here for it, but I don't understand it either. So what do we do about this? What do we actually do about this issue that we're having? And the straight answer is, I don't think we can do anything. Because happening at two positions all at the exact same time. And one thing I could do is we could get rid of Mina and then maybe bring back Litwin would be better than Mina at this point. Let's do that. Let us trade Mina. Again, I'll take the first interesting prospect that comes up. Juan Castillo looks like an excellent player. I think Juan Castillo would make a fine addition to the Oakland A's. So done. And let me call up Litwin, who's at least an elite contact hitter that should help the rest of the team gel a bit more. We do have a lot of hitters who are very strikeout prone. That is an issue. It's not all of them, but it is a substantial portion of them. Well, I guess not strikeout prone. It's just they don't draw very many walks. Nelson's the other guy that we should be able to replace. It's just going to be a question of who gets that spot. I mean, we could try Nate Arthur again. DeRossi, not so much. Gregoire, not so much. I'm going to trade Nate Arthur because I don't need a player that's got big power from the left side in our ballpark. That, I think, is the one. Oh, hello there. Why don't you want him again? Uh, 100% done. And Mr. Sellers, you're going directly to the major leagues. Oh, sorry, I gotta send Nelson to the minors. I didn't even realize that Ayala would need to be on the 38-man roster. That's fine. I'm going to send him to AAA, though. There you go. Hey, maybe Sellers is this guy we've been looking for. Somebody who actually has a ton of power and can help drive the offense. But I'm here for it. Alright, so Litwin takes over. Kendall takes over. Or, sorry, not Kendall. Sellers takes over for Kendall. Or for Nelson. Let's say this kind of jumpstarts the offense a bit. What we really need is we need Lim to figure out his shit. We need him to figure it out soon. Because right now he's the leadoff guy and he's not getting on base. And that's a big issue. I think the Joe's got to be a little more choosy about who I put in which positions. I think that'll help us out a fair bit. Alright, Litwin. Drive the team to greater heights, my friend. I believe that you. The thing is with our pitching staff, we don't need an elite offense. We just don't. What we need is we need a good offense. We need a solid offense that can support the defense and the pitching that we've built. I probably also need a better catcher. I acknowledge that. We're throwing out some crooked numbers here and there. Not many, but some. Oh, later, Jacob Kendall. That is awkward. I mean, I guess for now, Roscoe takes over at second base, but we need to call up somebody to be our infielder at that point. Probably Ayala. Let's go ahead and bring Mr. Ayala up to the 4. Oops. That is quite possibly... Oh, Oviedo called out Litwin. And Litwin is cranky. Any big changes here? Sean Urban is turning into quite the prospect. Love that for us. Luis Delgado's adding some heat to his fastball. He's also injured. That's not great. Elisha Canada has drastically improved. How are you not Canadian, though? I feel cheated. Alright, so we've got a couple people to consider keeping or not. Alright, Arias. We have consistently struggled with you as our hitting coach. We need something to change. So I think... probably let you go. Yes, I do think you need to go, Mr. Arias. Rosales is good enough that I wouldn't mind keeping him. Yeah, let's offer him an extension. Arias is going to walk at this point. We've struggled so badly to get any kind of quality offense that I think we need to really open up the checkbook to try to find a new hitting coach. David Carpenter is a fantastic pitching coach, and I want to keep him until his clinical death. I think keeping Hogland around for the sake of some consistency will help our youngsters. And Jason Angel is a perfectly fine pitching coach in his own right, so we'll keep them both. But yeah, we're going to let Arias walk at the end. And I'm probably just going to go for the best hitting coach on the market, someone with an excellent reputation who can help our hitters actually improve. Wait, who's... Oh, Katse only hires his own bench coach. That's fine. Alright, friends. Let us advance... Oh, let's check on how things are going with the new look A's. There you go. Lim is getting better. Romero got... Actually, we've actually declined offensively. Yeah, Sellers has the power, but he's not hitting for a great average. But I will take just the power. Just the power is reasonable, especially if he keeps developing the way that we know that he could. Romero looks good. Litwin does not, but Litwin's also had like 100 at-bats, so let's give the guy some space. Yeah, this really just comes down to we just have to hope that the offense gets better. There's nothing for it. Like, Cartaya is not amazing, but I can't get rid of him until maybe this offseason. Actually, can I trade Cartaya? I mean, I like the idea of having Basalo's glove, but my pitchers are already fantastic. Like, I don't think trading him for another catcher is necessarily the best call. We could trade for Adley Rutschman just because that gets rid of his contract a bit faster. Maybe. Overpaid. Everson Leonardo is nothing. Kalenic's not bad, but I don't think this is a good fit. So I think we'll just keep him for now. And then see how things go as the season progresses. Like, maybe I'll put him on the trade block to see if anybody really wants a mediocre catcher. But I doubt we'll get too many offers for him, but we'll see. Yeah, the pitching staff actually seems to be gelling pretty well. Gelling like Magellan, as the one saying goes. This is probably it for Jacob Kendall with the A's. He was already getting really expensive, and if he's also adding, by the way, I'm also injury prone, that's it. I don't see any real benefit to keeping him around. I just don't. Why would it take a prospect with a future for one with none? Like, this is, would you please make your team worse for me? And I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah, bro, I'm not bringing you back. You have a really good arm, and that's it. If I had a really good starting catcher, I'd keep you around as the backup, but I just don't see a ton of value to keeping you just for leadership. I mean, I guess unless you have like a giant pay cut, it's not worth it. No, I can probably find a better catcher. Ian Anderson and Jim Crispin are both All-Stars, as is Peyton Green and Rodolfo Romero. That's reasonable. 4 All-Stars does seem a bit light, but when we don't have many dominant offensive performers, I'm not that surprised. How many All-Star appearances has Mr. Peyton Green had? He's had 2. Feels like he should have more, though. But that's okay. 2 is way better than not 2. Man, Romero is probably like the rare free agent that we bought that's like instantly been crucial to our success. I love it. And we still have him for several more years at a very reasonable price point. Good stuff. Alexis Pinto and Sean DeWitt both made the All-Star team. That's cool. I mean, I don't know why DeWitt made it, but that's fine. All right, it's time for some drafting. I still notice that I lost 2 spots, but whatever, man. Whatever. We really need catchers. If we could get some high-quality catching prospects, I think that would be highly appreciated. But also not going to sacrifice like a genuinely good player just for positional value's sake. Okay, there are tons and tons of elite players in this draft. So we're going to start with the offensive performers. Chris Leonard is a right-handed hitter who's basically Sellers. I don't see much use in adding another Sellers. Brad Martin is a real good hitter, but he can't actually play the position that well, so... Dave McCormick. You're kind of dumb, but you also have a good work ethic, and you're highly adaptable. You're very fast. You've got pretty good off defensive chops, and you have a really good, well-rounded offensive skill set. You are a lefty, so your power won't play quite as well. But you're definitely in the running here, Mr. McCormick. That's for sure. I like a lot about Chris Allen, except for one very important number, this one here. Especially for this much money in the bonus, I need somebody who's a bit more of a sure thing, and I am deeply concerned about your ability to throw hard. Because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not going to be able to get the most out of it, that does cause me some concern. Juan Archie is basically the same guy, but not as good. So do we take Allen because of his superior upside? Man. Or do we take McCormick? I'm not going to drop this low to get Simmons, especially when Simmons isn't like the end-all be-all. My gut says take McCormick, but my heart says take Allen. Because McCormick is a lot more of a unicorn. he's an incredibly accomplished hitter from top to bottom, with good athleticism and good speed. He's also kind of dumb. And he's greedy too. If I knew he would add heat to his fastball, there's a good chance he will. He's a tall, skinny kid. I will draft Allen. I'm gonna flag McCormick to see how much I regret this in years to come, but I do think Allen is the better player. So we're gonna go for that. Okay. So one very important thing happened, which is the catcher I was considering taking did slip to the second round. He doesn't have a great arm, but he has pretty good ability, and he has elite power potential. And that's rare to find in a catcher, so I think Mr. Greg Simmons being an Oakland A makes a ton of sense. I'm trying to see if there's anybody polished at a position we desperately need. Nah, y'all suck at defense. Okay. You're fragile. Nope. Mm-mm. You're a really good offensive player. I respect that. I don't think you're a catcher, but I do think you're a good enough hitter that you'll find a spot. So we're gonna draft Ronnie Small to try to inject some more catching talent into my system. Let's start talking about the other players here. Wow, a lot of impossibles here. Nope. Good movement and stuff. A nice couple of pitches. Yeah, I think you're a perfectly solid reliever, and I like the idea of going a bit under slot to save a little bit of cash. So yes, let's do it. Sean Wilkerson is an incredible hitter with absolutely no positional home. But I love players like this. And he's so good offensively that I think drafting Mr. Wilkerson is appropriate. Just giving him a shot, right? Alright. What's not to love from Tim Gardner? Maybe the arm motion, but the rest of it looks really solid. So we'll go ahead and grab him. For $0. I could see grabbing a Chris Cummings. I have no issue with a hitter who's just really solid. But then there's... Oh, no, you're dumb. You're big dumb, Mr. Inda. You're fine, I guess? Oh, you can also hit. Oh. Okay, you're instantly more interesting to me, Joel Parker. Drafted. Plus, you're tall as fuck, which means we'll probably add heat to your fastball. I like it. I mean, Inda is basically free, so I'm willing to give him a chance since it costs me literally nothing. I would like to find the best defensive catcher. Possession is catcher. Fielding potential at catcher is at least 50. We're going to call this defense at sea. So Joey Rogers will hit exactly 50. He's fine. Rogers can hit a little bit more, so I'll take Rogers. I'm going to edit batting potential. Oh, no, I'm not. I have to do it by using customize. Here we go. That's what I want. Wait, why isn't it showing it? Huh? What? What? It just isn't showing it for some reason. That is wild. Oh, here it is. It's under Def Pot. Okay. So TJ Batlin could be a really good defensive catcher, as could Josh. Ooh. I think we'll go for Kelly, but we might also take Batlin in a later round. Or Batten, I guess. It is Batlin. It could be Batten, though. I'm just saying. Alright, let's go ahead and auto-draft the rest of the draft. We've done more than half of it. I think we've earned our paycheck. Yeah, I'll meet your demand. I don't like it, but I'll do it. And I will easily pay 850 grand for Parker without a moment of hesitation. How much does Wilkerson actually want? He wants more than $10 million. You're such a good hitter, though. I think I have to do it. I think I am required to do so. So I'm going to pay you $12 million. Let's get people shortlisted. There we go. Oh, damn, the All-Star game was held in Oakland this year. Neat. You would offer me Mario Feliciano, which, no. And Ennis Doby, which, no. I'm not going to give up Chase Petty for that. That seems silly. And Wilkerson took the money. I had a feeling he would. I don't really need relievers, though. Oh, it already expired. You must have traded him to someone else. Rude. Nope. 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 I mean, Caligari does suck. I'm not gonna deny that, but I don't want him. I'm perfectly happy with the player I've got now. Nope. I don't know why you think I need a first baseman. I'm actually perfectly content with Caleb Sellers at the moment. I could use a real good outfielder. That is a certainty. If I could find... I must have one of the worst outfielders in the major leagues. Thank God for Oviedo hitting lots of homers, but... Who is on Le Blockdale trading at the outfield position? I mean, there's always Max Clark. I remember that guy. Like, Jorge Barrosa's fine. I have no problem with Jorge Barrosa, but I'm not convinced he's all that special. We could bring back Max Clark. I don't see why we would, though. Yeah, none of you guys are offering the kinds of outfielders I'm looking for. Nope. Nope. People really seem to want Chase Petty. Who's admittedly having a phenomenal year. And we could always let Skeens move back into the rotation, I suppose. Huh. Could I get an elite outfielder for Chase Petty? I think that is the key consideration. Let's try it. And I want an outfielder. Nope. Jacobo's got lots of potential, but he's also dumb as a post. Ochoa is interesting. A good defender. And you're kind of dumb. Yeah, most of you guys aren't doing it for me. Which is really a shame, right? Because I'm ready to move in some chips to get a great outfielder. Jacobo might be that one day, but I'm not convinced that it's a guarantee, so I need to mitigate my risk somewhat. What if I got Jacobo, Ochoa, and Santa Cruz? That's probably too much, but let's try it. Because if I can get all of them, that's an easy choice. And where's Ochoa? Oh, Ochoa might not be considered a prospect anymore. He might just be considered a major leaguer. Where'd Ochoa go? Thoughts? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's there. I mean, I think this is a fine deal. Yes. Okay, let's begin with the obvious here. Not having Petty does make rotation slightly worse, but this gets us 3 young outfielders, one of whom has a very high pedigree, and somebody in Ochoa that at least has a chance to be a useful player right now. So I think we're going to go ahead and make this trade. Done. I recognize that means they're going to have to put both of you on the 38-man roster, which is fine. I need a new pitcher, and it's probably Luberta as somebody to just call up and be available if we need a starter. And then who's going to take his spot in the rotation? It's going to be Skeens, which I'm fine with. Skeens is a great reliever, no doubt about that, but I do think having him in the rotation is as good, if not better. Because he has been a high-quality starter in the past, and it's not like he's a bad starter now. So I think I'm fine with that. Let us now... Okay. It's got to be Lim. Lim's going to be the one to go. Lim, off to the minors with you. And then give me Ochoa. And then I'm going to send you to AAA. No, not AAA. You're 24. You've never played a day at AAA. I actually think sending you there might be more helpful. Wait, what? Oh, the fucker's out of options. I did not pay attention. I guess Ochoa's going to the minors then, and Jacobo is going to get a shot in the bigs. Not what I had planned, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Let's go to the trading deadline. Is there anything I want? I would love a better catcher. I don't think a better catcher is in the cards, though. I don't think it's highly likely that we're going to get a better catcher. We're going to try, but I'm pretty certain that there's not going to be a quality catcher just, like, waiting to be picked. I don't want your mediocre first baseman, Cease. Like, stop trying to dump your bad player on me, okay? It didn't feel great. Is anybody desperate for a mediocre catcher? But I could get Cesar Ruiz. who has the benefit of both being fairly talented and not, 18 million a year. So I'm gonna do it. And then, oh, that's just the first start, my friends. That is just the first start. Now we're going to try to find ourselves a catching upgrade. I am not paying for Adley Rushman. Don't even think about it, game. Meh. Meh. Nope, Jasada Brown is not a catcher. I mean, our old pal Anthony Siegler is. We could bring him back, potentially. What if I gave you the new guy? If I gave you Cesar Ruiz? There we go. Done. This gives us a really good defensive catcher for the rest of the season, which I think will be very handy indeed. And he's not a total zero offensively. Plus, we know him. We know this guy. He's a lovable curmudgeon. What would it take to extend you? A reasonable raise. I'm not saying I won't do it, but let's think about it. Is there any market at all for MJ Melendez? Probably not. Oh, there is a market for him. It's just not a great one. Yeah, let me run out and grab Jackson Merrill or not. I could trade for Randy DeJesus. I know the players are going to be grumpy that we don't have a captain, but I needed room for... Where do you go? Linares. You're the new backup. And as for Randy DeJesus, you're even right-handed. I can do things with you. Garza's actually been pretty solid. Lidwin has not. Let's go ahead and demote him. And then we'll let DeJesus take over. Fuck you, buddy. So I accomplished the two big things I wanted to accomplish this season. I got rid of both of my starting catchers in an effort to improve defensively. We're going to lose Jackson Jobe, which is fine. I have no problem with losing Jackson Jobe. I could get Shane McClanahan back, or not. Pardon me. Oh gosh, sorry. I couldn't get to the mute fast enough for that. I would love to get Yumin Lin, actually. He's a very inexpensive pitcher, and he's also quite good. I wonder what it would cost to acquire such a pitching marvel. A mid-tier prospect sounds amazing to me. What if I flat out gave you Jobe for him? Like, it's a flat upgrade, right? Like, I'm saving money, and I'm getting a better pitcher for next year. I think this is an amazing deal, and we're going to do it. And apparently, Jackson Jobe was a huge asshole this whole time, so there we go. Brilliant. We made the rotation better, and made the clubhouse happier. It's a win-win. Mr. De Moya, why have you not improved? You have improved slightly. But not by as much as you'd think. Guys, I call this a pretty successful trade deadline, and I don't think I'm going to mess with anything else. I don't think there's anything else that I'm really interested in. Let's finish the day. Very successful. Very successful indeed. We got ourselves some quality players. We've revamped our catching room, bringing back an old pal, Mr. Siegler. We added some new outfielders, including one who might be a very high, who might have a very high potential. We remade our catching core, and we upgraded our rotation, all of which is amazing. How do I have 13 pitchers? Oh, because I deliberately chose to have 13 pitchers. That makes sense. That's the thing that I chose. We're going to go to roster expansion, and then probably try to add on a couple more players to give them some baseball in time. Some baseball in time. Yeah, there goes De Moya, whose movement is getting worse. Ian Anderson is getting better, though, which is frankly hilarious to me, that he just keeps getting better, but I love it. I love everything about it. Okay. I want to go ahead and shortlist Caleb Sellers and Jacobo. I want to be in on all the buzz. All the hot goss, if you will. Why is Minor batting 5th? I don't know. I truly don't know. We might need to move on to a new center fielder in the offseason if we can find a decent one. Like, Minor might hit, but then again, he also might not. And I don't think his defense is good enough to make up for his lack of offensive skill. That is unfortunate. I don't really have a quality replacement for that, I don't think. Let's take a look. Let's look at the roster. No, it's not the good I want. I want... What is this, all the levels? No, this is just the Major League level. Okay. We're going to do minor leagues. And we're going to sort by catchers. Oh, just clear this filter. Are any of you been competent defensively? Kamani might be, and he's also not a terrible hitter. Like, I guess Alvarado is genuinely, like, a decent catcher, so I suppose we can let him have the backup catcher spot. That's fine. I mean, a broken kneecap for a catcher is pretty serious, so I'm not at all, like, annoyed that he's missing the rest of the season. Minor missing the next 6 weeks isn't great. I'm just going to put you on 60-day IL. Uh-oh. Anyway. So who's our next man up center field-wise? Is that player already on the Major League roster? This is where you laugh at me and go, ha ha ha, don't be stupid. Yeah, I don't trust any of you fuckers to play center. Not Eric Simons. Juan Castillo? No. Like, I want somebody who's either like a really talented hitter that can at least handle himself at center, or just a really good center fielder. Guys, I have a type, and that type is center fielders who can't play center field. If I want a good defensive center fielder, Redden's the guy, but maybe I take somebody who's not quite as good in order to capture a little bit of offense. Maybe that's a reasonable assumption to make. The cabinet of Joey Caligari. So that's the case. Eric Simons is the most polished center fielder. And it's not like he's... No, he actually is actively bad in center. I mean, Oviedo playing center wouldn't be the dumbest idea I've ever had. I think we'll do Castillo for now, but this is something that we need to be... Oh, actually, I should be checking here, shouldn't I? Because these are guys are going to lose if we don't decide what we're going to do with them. Yeah, it's going to be Castillo. I don't love it, but I don't have a better choice right now. Unless, like, Ayala can play center and be amazing, or Roscoe could do it, which I know he can. It's fine. If I remove playing him in left field... I just want to check something super quick. All batters. If I do this, what do you do with Oviedo? You keep him in left, which is what I wanted anyway. That was the one thing I was concerned about. Alright. Cool. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't fill me with a ton of joy, but it's fine. Now I really wish I'd drafted that one center fielder guy. I had no idea how bad we were defensively. So that's on me. Greg Woltz is going to miss 5 weeks. Oh, fuck. Swanson. Damn it. Like, Wilt, I can replace by just calling up another reliever, like Lambert. That's no biggie. But losing Swanson could potentially be the biggest of biggies. We'll see, though. I'm going to ask you a favor. Oh, Sean DeWitt could handle center. But he's also way far away from the bigs. But at least have one center fielder here. Okay. 5 days I can live with. I'm not even going to put you on the AIL for that. What I will do is call up an extra starter. Or probably just call up a couple of relievers. That seems good. Fairbank, Venegas. And I'll add Collison too. We'll make it. We'll make it through. Are there position players I want to give another chance to? Biascoa is a maybe. Like, he is kind of crushing it in the big league, in the minors this season. who can give him an opportunity. I think that's enough. I think 30 players is plenty. That'll get some people some looks and help us make decisions in the off season. We're just going to go right to the end of the regular season. There's nothing else I really want to mess with here. That's another 5 days for Swanson. That's fine. I don't like him being hurt, but I definitely don't want to miss him in the playoffs. Losing Oviedo is not nice. I don't like that. I'm going to go ahead and call up Kim just so I have... Oh, Kim just got hurt. Neat. Oh, he's suspended. What a dumbass. I guess Ochoa then. Ochoa seems like a fair choice here. Wow, all the injuries are happening. All of them. So much for having 13 pitchers when you don't get injuries. I'm going to let Loris stay in the minors. Actually, I don't want to call up either one of you guys, to be honest with you. Let's go for Ben Hayden. The benefit of Mr. Hayden here is that he's already fairly polished, which means it's not going to be as abrupt a transition to the majors for him. It's unfortunate, but... I'll put you on the IL for that, but I'm not going to... No, I'm not even going to bother. It's fine. He'll just heal up and be ready to go for in the season. Poor Max Clark. That's a good thing we didn't trade for him. Remember, we were thinking about it. We were thinking about it. And now who's injured? Siegler! Yay! I don't need a catcher. Catchers are fucking optional. Oh my god. Where's that one catcher that I was considering? His name was Caleb something. Here it is, Kamani Keita. Nah, that seems short-sighted. Bernal seems fine. We can go with Bernal. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wreck his development by rushing him. Bauer Sox cannot in fact catch. The cabinet of Joey Caligari cannot really catch. Yeah, Kate is actually the best choice. Wild. But here we are. Here we fucking are. Nice, Rosman Verdugo. And we won the AL West. And I think we've got a pretty decent chance, if we can keep it up here, of... Oh, we get Oviedo back. That's lovely. That's fantastic news. So right now we're really fighting with the Red Sox to see who gets the bye. I'd really like to get the bye if we can. I think that'd be very helpful to us. Whew, the Dodgers are good this year. They're real good. Nice, Ayala. Nice. Oh dear, Sergio Castro's basically like dog shit now. That's unfortunate. Alright, so very, very crucial questions to be had here. We are presently 94 wins versus 92 wins for the Red Sox. If we win one of the next 2 games, we'll get the bye. So let's play baseball good, guys. I said play baseball good. There we go. Oh, nice. Juan de Moya led the league in wins. Beautiful. As much as I don't want to add them to the postseason roster, I have to add Kelta. Oh, I can't. So I get 1 catcher for the whole fucking playoffs. Thanks, game. That's amazing. It's exactly what I wanted. Where's Mike Swanson? Oh, fucking no, you don't leave him off the postseason roster for fucking Andres Venegas. What the hell is wrong with you? Mike Swanson had a really good season. I am not going to punish him by leaving him off the roster. Don't be fucking stupid, game. Game. I guess we're playing Ochoa in center field, which isn't the worst decision. I can make that work. Where's fucking Oviedo? Quit putting him at first base. Just stop. Who the fuck are you playing in left field? You're not playing anyone in left field. You're just being weird. Okay. Oh, you're playing him at first against righties. But why would we bench Sellers? Sellers is better against left-handed pitching. I don't see why we're benching him, but I'll trust your judgment, I guess. Alright, most importantly, we won... Oh, actually, we would have gotten the bye week either way. I forgot about that. So it's basically a trivial consideration. Because we would have gotten the bye either way. It looks like we're playing the Texas Rangers. That's why you keep Mike Swanson on the roster, right? Damn, look what's woken up in the whatchamajigger here in the postseason. The offense is waking up. You can't win them all. I mean, I guess you literally can win them all, but... And we just lost Lynn for the rest of the postseason. Yay! But we made it. We made it to the League Championship Series. Very nice. And now let's add a pitcher of some variety to the postseason roster. I guess Venegas. I hate it, but I guess we'll do it. There we go. And then it looks like we're going to be facing Cleveland in the next round. A narrow victory for the Guardians to start things off. Yes. Let us immediately go over here. Hi. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know he's not a very good catcher, but he's a fantastic hitter. And I'm sure we can find a position for him if he signs with us and develops the way we think he may. And then, oh my god, why do you do this game? Why do you just like pretend I didn't hit the button? Yep. Alright, back to the playoff coverage. Oof. The bats have gone quiet again. That's not great. Please stop annoying me with that right now. I have other things to think about. I'm not deliberately not I mean, I'll put him on the active roster at least. I'll get you to shut the fuck up. But... there we go. That's more like it. Paul Skeens coming in the clutch. Very nice, my friend. That's a quality start right there. There ain't no dispute for that. And then Moya got pasted. Sure. And Anderson locks up. It's down to Mike Swanson. Can we bring it home and go to the World Series again? I can't watch. I'm clicking the button. Hey, we did it. We freaking did it. It's Oakland versus Atlanta. Nice. Yeah, finish today, please. Oh my gosh, we get Siegler back. Oh, that's such good news. We're going to do some playoff roster juggling post-haste. Siegler. Yes, 1,000 times yes. I guess it's going to be off the roster, don't I? Get back Venegas. Oh, that was so clutch, my dude. So clutch. Do we want Minor back? I don't think we do. I think instead we want him to focus on recovery, and we'll consider re-adding him in the future. Alright. Getting Siegler back is awesome. That's really good. And we're in the World Series again, baby. And we just lost Jacobo for the rest of the postseason. Thanks, guys. And we're down 2-0. Nice. Mike Swanson puts in some quality performance. It's not that impressive, but it's still good enough. And he's been really big this postseason. Nice. And then we explode for a bit of offense. And Ian Anderson puts in a good performance. And Moya, look at this. 3 consecutive 1-run performances. Who was the best, though? A quality start for Ian Anderson. And Moya was shaky, but he got it done when he had to. And that's what matters most, right? Like, not every game is going to go wild. All right. Oof. Had to come to a game 7. Oh my gosh. It's nice to have you back, but I can't do anything with you. Covering my eyes again. Woohoo! We did it! Yes! Another World Series. Mike Swanson, a fucking again. Look at this shit. This is a starting pitcher saying, we're winning this motherfucking World Series. He probably also, like, yelled at the hitters until they hit. Oh my gosh, what a season. What a season. Oh. Every single series went the maximum number of games, but it's okay. It is freaking okay. That was great. Oh, that feels so good. To win another World Series. Now, surely I'll get more than a 1-year contract extension. Surely that's going to happen. Oh, real quick, I need to do some international scouting so I don't forget. There we go. Ian Anderson is not coming back, which does make me a little bit sad. He was actually a really great pitcher for us. But he's probably upset he's not been getting his fair... Oh, hell no. Good luck with that, buddy. Some people retire. Our bench coach retired. I can't do anything about that. I get a 2-year contract now. Ho, ho, ho. Don't go too crazy, John Fish. I've only won you 2 fucking World Series. It's fine. It's fine. Let's talk about how we got here, though. First of all, Rodolfo Romero just did everything he'd done in the past and then did it better. So, yes, a fantastic player. Maybe not the best shortstop. I could potentially shift him over to second, I suppose. Especially because Kendall is gone. Peyton Green, he just produces, guys. He just produces. Oviedo was fine. Not great, but fine. Jacobo was really good. I think Jacobo could be one of the missing pieces that we've needed for a while. We're going to see how he does next season, but I'm very impressed by him. Garza was good. Siegler was good. Orozco was good. We didn't have too many great players, but we had a lot of good players. And let's also not lose sight of the fact some of our best players were injured at the end of the season there. If we take a look at the injured list. No, actually not. Okay. I am very strongly considering re-signing Siegler, though. I wouldn't mind having him be our catcher for at least 1 more season. But I'm not paying him $13 million to do it. No, thank you. Worry about all this stuff next episode. I'm not going to fuck with it right now. Let's take a moment to laugh at Michael Perez, who thinks he's worth $6 million now, just because he's a reliever. That's funny. Let's look at the pitching staff, though, because really was the pitching staff that made this season happen. Look at our fancy pitching stats here. Yeah, we got excellent performances from dozens of pitchers. Like Moya, Anderson, Skeens, Perez, Chisman, Swanson, Lynn, all above 2 wins. Even though none of my pitchers gave me 200 innings. We didn't need it. A fantastic season from Howell, Zumbrum, Lambert, Luberta. The only pitcher who sucked was Marin. All the others were ranged from didn't pitch to actually great. This is why we won the World Series, guys. We all did it together as a team. Let's also not discount Jackson Jobe, who we traded, or Chase Petty, who turned into a very fine addition to our club. Yeah, this was pitching. That's why we won. If we had even a league average offense, guys, we'd be truly terrifying. But for now, we did it. Another World Series in the bag. Best team in the American League. And that ends the episode. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, this has been Up Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.